February 2019, a piece of cardboard was sold on eBay for $166,000. That piece of cardboard was a Magic the Gathering card called Black Lotus, and it was valued so highly not only because of its rarity, but because of the tremendous importance that this game holds for so many people. Yes, MTG is considered by many to be a game for nerds and losers, but if you have ever enjoyed a board game, then MTG is something that you may find fun, and if not, it is still fun to learn about yourself through some of the game's core mechanics. I say this because MTG is a game that I love, and that I have played since my early teenage years. Today, I would like to teach you a little bit about the mechanics of Magic the Gathering. I would like to go over the history of the game, delve into my personal experiences, and learn about the basic structure of the game of Magic. Let's start with the history of the game. Magic the Gathering has a rich history full of innovation. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, holds the patent for the first ever trading card game. This patent set the groundwork for a whole new method of tabletop gaming. According to Wizards of the Coast, the company that owns Magic the Gathering, the game began in 1994 and as of 2015 had 20 million players worldwide. The sheer gravity of that number is a testament to the game's worth. The game continues to expand to this day. Now that we have learned about the history of the game, I would like to talk about the game's importance to me personally. You see, Magic the Gathering has been present when I needed it throughout many different stages of my life. I was introduced to the game in my abusive boarding school. We were not allowed to listen to music, watch television, or play video games, so Magic the Gathering was an important tool for me for socialization. Many of my friendships were formed over these pieces of cardboard. Later, I spent a portion of my life hitchhiking and traveling throughout the country. Many of the other people within the traveler's culture played Magic and kept cards with them, so we would play games on the side of the street or in our tents. Again, Magic was a useful tool and escape. Finally, when I got sober and didn't have drugs to rely on anymore, Magic was a great replacement for drugs to distract me from the things that bothered me. MTG has been incredibly important throughout my life. Now that I have covered my personal relationship to the game, I would like to share with you some of the game's basics and hopefully ignite some interest in all of you. Though the game is complicated, a brief look will be able to provide insight into whether or not it is for you. So if we look at these cards here, these are the land cards. These are the resource management of the game. You can play one a turn, so throughout the game you can play more expensive cards. Come over here, and in the upper corner, you can see this is the resource cost. There's also art on every single Magic card. Each one is done by an artist and is individual. There are many different types of cards. We have creatures, we have instants, which are spells that you can only cast on your turn. We have sorceries, which are spells that you can cast at any time. We have enchantments, which add a rule to the game. Here's another creature. And then we have artifacts, which are colorless and can be played in any deck. So looking at colors now, as you can see, there's 5 different colors. We have green, blue, red, white, and black. We'll get more into that later. If you come down here, you can see these are the spell effects. Each card is different, and this is the way that they impact the game. And then on creature cards, you also have a power and toughness number because they can fight each other or deal damage to your opponent directly. So, going back to the colors. There are 5 colors in Magic the Gathering. Each is representative of different aspects of humanity, according to an essay by a man named Duncan Sabian. Green represents harmony through acceptance. Blue is perfection through knowledge. Black is satisfaction through sacrifice. Red is freedom through action, and white is peace through order. These abilities and characters on the cards embody these traits. You build a deck based on colors, and in turn, reveal your personality through the cards. You can win the game in a few different ways. Usually, you win by using creatures to bring your opponent's life to 0. There are cards that say, do X and you win the game. You can win if your opponent runs out of cards to draw, as you have to draw one every turn. Or, if you like your games extra complicated, like I do, you can pull off an infinite loop of card effects that result in your victory. All in all, the game of Magic the Gathering is a passion of mine and beloved by millions across the world. The game is innovative and has a rich history. It is deeply important to me personally and full of interesting and fun mechanics. If anything I spoke about interests you, I challenge you to go out and buy a starter deck of Magic the Gathering cards, and I would bet that you will learn a bit about yourself and have a great time in the process. Thank you.